new here, thank you for stopping by. Please take the time to like my video with a big thumbs up. Tap the red subscribe word. It'll turn to gray so you know you're subscribed. And also tap that bell for future notifications, so when I upload a new video, you will get it and you'll see what I'm going to do that particular day with a recipe or a cleaning or a grocery haul. I am going to finish getting out my items that I need to make my lasagna today. And I will need a bowl, which I use to throw onion peels in. It's like a garbage bowl, and it just makes cleanup a lot easier so your sink's not completely messy. This is a pantry staple recipe that you can just take the items off your shelves and not have to go to the store to run to do anything. It's convenient with the pandemic, not having to go out and get things and taking a chance of getting your family contaminated, just so you stay healthy. And with that said, I'm going to start washing up some dishes. And I'll be right back. Here is all the ingredients that I took from my refrigerator and my pantry shelves, as well as my freezer for my lasagna tonight. Here is my sweet Italian sausage. I have a half an onion that I didn't use all from yesterday from my marinade. I have my mozzarella, which I'm going to shred myself. It tastes better and melts better. I have our ricotta cheese, a jar of sauce, a can of crushed tomatoes, a can of sauce, 2 cans of paste, my pepper, my garlic, the lasagna noodles. And I may not need this diced tomatoes because I have a can of crushed tomatoes and I just don't want too much sauce. I also have my casserole dish that you just heard in my kitchen sink, and I took out my garbage bowl. I'm going to start by opening my cans. I'm going to put them into the bowl. I'm not going to pre-cook anything. I'm going to just assemble it and put it into the oven. That's a can of sauce. This is a can of crushed tomatoes. Another can of sauce, and this is without any seasoning. I usually get the Aldi brand. I'm going to put in 2 cans of paste. That's all I usually use to thicken my sauce. If you feel it's still too runny for you, about an hour before you serve the sauce, put in a tablespoon of flour to thicken it, or you put it in if it's going to be for like a lasagna or a hamburger helper or something. Just add it with it and it will thicken as it cooks. Sometimes I have trouble opening jars, so I went ahead and opened it. I think there's some clips of me trying to open jars in previous videos. Bell peppers already in that. Now I'm going to take my Italian sausage and my spices and add it right to the sauce mixture. 2 teaspoons of garlic. 2 teaspoons of fresh black cracked pepper. This is a real easy way to make weeknight lasagna during the holiday week. sausage. I don't pre-cook my meat. A lot of people sear their meat first or cook it first. I just put it right into the sauce because the oven will do all the work for you and there's no need to do any extra. Just make sure there's just a tad bit of paper left on that and there isn't any in there. Okay, perfect. Rinse my hands. Since there's bell peppers already in this petroli sauce, I do not need to add any of my frozen bell peppers, but I am going to dice up my onion here. I have my knife ready. Move the sauce out of the way. Normally you would peel the onion and then do the slicing, but it was already peeled because I used half in my marinade for our pork chops yesterday, which were so juicy and tender, and they melted right in your mouth. You'll hear my husband from time to time. He's getting ready to go to an interview today, so please wish him luck in comments. If your eyes start burning, I've always mentioned this in the past, rinse them and rub it along the stainless of your faucet and it comes right up. I'm going to take this onion and put it right into the sauce. Give my cutting board a quick rinse. I have a garbage bowl in my sink, which I mentioned, and it's the best thing in the world because you just put everything that you discard into it and then dump it out into your garbage or recycle. Once it's recycled, recycle it. Open up my brick of mozzarella cheese. My first time using my Dollar Tree grater. So it's not so hard. You're going to grate your cheese. I'm going to continue grating and I'll be right back. I've grated my cheese. Now I'm going to add my ricotta. Usually just take the knife, do a slit, and that. I ended up transferring my sauce into a stock pot because I didn't want a big, huge mess. Put about 2 teaspoons of fresh black cracked pepper onto the cheese mixture, as well as a teaspoon of garlic. I'm going to add another teaspoon of fresh black cracked pepper into my sauce here, as well as garlic. And then I'm going to give it a good mixing. I have the crushed tomatoes, the tomato paste, 2 of them, a can of sauce, a can of spaghetti sauce, and here with a half a minced onion and a half a pound of Italian sausage. I also have, I just remembered, Italian seasoning. I'm going to put in a couple teaspoons of Italian seasoning on the sauce as well as the ricotta mixture. Put these out of the side, and you're going to take your pan and you're going to open up your lasagna and you're going to layer it. I always start with a layer of sauce. And if you need to add extra sauce into your stock pot, you can. I think we'll be good. I think we'll be good. Take the noodles down like so. And take a spoon. Mix the cheese well. It's okay if sauce drips into it. It's going to go into the lasagna anyway. And you're going to put a layer of cheese down. I have done a crock pot lasagna, so I will link that to the description box as well as my clean videos on decluttering. All these items were in my pantry as well as my fridge and freezer. If you have a well-stocked pantry and freezer, you can make a lot of different recipes and desserts. Then you're going to take your sauce over the cheese. Now I did not sear my sausage. I did not pre-cook it. I just put it into the sauce as so, because you're going to bake this at 350 for about 50 minutes. You're going to cover some foil on it, loosely fitting, so it cooks and all the cheese melts. If you have extra sauce, you can go ahead and cook it in a saucepan for a quick lunch. We always have extra lasagna. I don't do a lot of freezer cooking. What I do is make big batches, and I freeze it for other dinners. I also give some to friends and family who don't like to cook as often, or older family members, so they don't have to cook because they're busy. And you're just going to pour some sauce onto the top so the noodles will cook. And then you're going to add a final layer of cheese. I'm going to take the cheese and just kind of sprinkle it. Sprinkle the cheese on like so. This is what the lasagna looks like. If you like my pantry staple recipe, please like my video. Please subscribe and tap the bell for future notifications. Have a happy and safe Thanksgiving on Thursday. Stay tuned for tomorrow because I'm going to be doing my crock pot chili and cornbread. And have a great day.